Alright, hell yeah, this is Grim Reaper. You got a lot of time to turn on your GoPro and just float into this. But you know, get ready, get ready. Hole at the top, you know what I mean? Maybe you'll see this. You got to be to the right of it. But I would take this seam, because what do we have down here? Well, depending. If it's lower flow, this thing's called brainwave. Feature right here gets stompy as hell. There's like a big old boulder. I'm gonna circle it right there in the middle of the screen, but then you drop into this funky wave. Now this wave, a little bit of a lateral. See what I mean? If you're gonna drop into it, have some left angle. And well, let's use the finger. I don't know. You just go down this thing. You know what I mean? You're just up against the shore. You know what I mean? A lot of folding current. You know what I mean? A lot of eddy current. You know what I mean? You just easily crunch your lunch. You know, going right.
Right side, back one. Hold forward hard. Dig for me. There's a fucking pour over. Good job, everybody.
Alright, here's me that same trip. Now, I'm trying to drive more left, you know what I mean? I'm trying to bump up against that hole right there, as you can see. And alright, so this is kind of that same footage, but that's that hole. And it don't look like, but I got a lot of right to left momentum. And then I got a turn to square up on that brainwave, kind of a glassy hit at 10,000. And then it just puts me perfect for this V. Heck yes.
So, whenever, it is like 6,000 to 7,000, so it was a great, you know, brainwave was just a fun little wave. Go smack that thing. Even if people fall out, well hell, they're down this green tongue, you know what I mean? And at the bottom, there's seriously a goddamn hazard. It's over there on the left, you know what I mean? This is serious time. Any swimmer, hell yeah. The swim direction is to the right. Don't mess with that stuff. Lochsa's a pretty fun run. But there's places where there's boulder piles you don't want to mess with. You know what I mean? Grim Reaper on that left side, hell yeah. You better be swimming down that right tongue. Alright, so we're going to back up. We're going to look at that again. Because if the river's lower, you know what I mean? 4,000, 5,000, yeah, this brainwave right there is just a big old, you know, loop-de-loop drop. Into a huge wave, but you can still take the left seam, you know what I mean? Get behind this hole, treat it like an eddy, like push hard, get behind it. I mean, that's the green line today. That's pretty much the green, besides really low flow, where you just kind of have to bounce down through here. This is kind of gnarly over here. I mean, if you want to do it, it's a fun run, but a lot of opportunity, especially at high water, to dump your whole crude on this right side.
Alright, case in point. Alright, we're gonna look at this one in depth. We got some road footage. Here we go. Alright, now in slow-mo, they tip over way before that lateral wave. So we're gonna take a look at that. Here's a boat that does not tip over. There you go. So they're just a little farther left. Just a little farther left. And they kind of hit that V at the bottom, a little more square. So here's the boat that tips over. They tip over right here. So anyway, you can go back and watch the slow-mo footage. We're just going to watch this one through, you know what I mean? It's a slight difference. It's such a slight difference, but at least we're talking about it.
Where I like to come in, you know what I mean, find this hole, hell yeah, push, pretend it's an eddy, get behind it, you know what I mean, then you're kind of square down that tongue all the way down.
It's a long way to happiness, a long way to go, but I'm gonna get there, boy, the only way I know.
So this ain't high water, but that's the line that I like to use at this flow and at higher flow. All right, this is Grim Reaper, one more look. And yeah, I guess we're zoomed out. All right, yeah. That big old rock pile down there on the left, make sure you finish down the right, especially if you're swimming. Okay, yep. This is that right chunky side. You're never gonna be over on that, look at that, that's a big old thing, but check this out. It's blocked by this hole. You go to the right of that hole, well, hell, you ain't going into that stuff over there. Well, if you try to catch this eddy real hard, sure, you'll find a piece of it, but still, that ain't a bad thing, All right, so that's Grim Reaper, and guess what? That's a video.